when you actually ask for help and it doesn't come in the way that you want, almost shaming myself for making those decisions. If you're not receiving help the way that you want, this message is for you. Welcome to day 3 of doing an intuitive read for every new follower until I hit 10k followers. But the follower in this read is me, so I'm going to read for me and for my past self. And this might be something that you need to learn too. My guide sent me this message recently after I pulled this card a couple of days back. This card asks you about asking for help from higher realms, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from earth, from angels, from whatever you believe in as a god form, as an energy, as spirit. Like this card talks about asking for help. And I've had a terrible relationship with asking for help as a high achiever, as an overachiever, as a ambitious, successful person who thrived on adrenaline. I did not want help. And something that I've learned about help, and this is not the cliche like you need to ask for help. No, this is when you actually ask for help and it doesn't come in the way that you want, right? And maybe the part of me was the control freak, but this is the lesson I learned. I made some really bad financial decision back in 2019. And when 2020 hit, I asked my dad to help me like with different options of managing money, or like how do I do that? And we don't talk about money in this family. So my dad just brushed it off. And I didn't know where to go next. I didn't know because I've talked to some people, like those investment options didn't make sense. And at the same time, I was going into this whole healing and coaching and therapy and all those things. And I learned about this quote that I'm sure you've heard too, like, your biggest investment is in yourself. And I did a lot of that. And I also did a lot of shitty investments in myself. Like, I'm talking about like 6-figure investments in retreats, like lakhs of investments. And I made some really bad decisions. But I was holding myself back. I was almost shaming myself for making those decisions because I asked for help and I didn't receive it. And I did not know what was the right thing and what was the wrong thing. So it wasn't really my fault. I was learning. I'm a young person. I don't have life experience. I didn't have anyone's wisdom. So I made a ton of mistakes. And I don't know if this is taboo or if you do not relate. If you do not relate, fine. This is not the video for you. But if you do relate, like we make so many mistakes and we want to get it right from the start, from the get-go. Because mistakes are seen as something demonic, something that we shouldn't have done. And that's not what I stand for. That's not what I stand for. I stand for owning who we are and expressing it, and expressing our mistakes, expressing our flaws, and just going forward with so much compassion, so much love, and so much grace for that younger version of ourselves who had to learn through trial and error, through mistakes. And as a human design line 63, wow, do I need to tell you about mistakes? I'm still not 30, so I'm still in like double 3 energy, which means I have made a ton of mistakes, and there's nobody that knows more about mistakes than I do. So if you needed this reminder to have compassion for yourself and to trust that help may not come in the form that you need. And the bigger download that came with all of this channel was that even when my dad didn't help me, when my mentors didn't help me, I still made the mistakes and I learned, which means that I still got the help. I just didn't get it in the form that I wanted. I wanted it in a form where I didn't make a mistake, but my path was to make that mistake. And that is true for so many things in my life. And I know this is a theme that I have to continuously learn to trust my mistake, to own my mistakes, to own who I am, to move to the next level. So in case if you needed this reminder, trust that the way things come to you are exactly answering your prayers. And maybe help doesn't come in the form that you want, but help is always here. Help shall be always given to those who ask for it. Maybe this is not Hogwarts, but this is my space, this is my community, and if you're a part of it, if you ever ask me for help, and if it's 100% in my control, I will always help you. And the same goes for your guide. So Whenever you ask for help, whenever you connect to your council of light, whenever you ask for your angels, your ancestors, or anyone, trust that the form that's drawn to you is accurate for you because the universe loves you. If you watched this whole reading, comment the crystal ball emoji in the comments. And if you want me to do a reading for you, comment the word helper and send this reel to a friend.